Okay, this is a device I haven't used in quite a while, or an application. This is the VoxBox application. With this one here, this is a little different in that this is created so that you can use your own audio with whatever audio you want to use to assure intentions are to ensure that you can avoid pareidolia and you can avoid other apps that may have audio that's um, subjective or has words in it per se. If it has words or sentences that could be uh, directly related to something maybe spirit might say, and then fake sessions. So this is to avoid that for me. With this application, what I've done, which I think I've had it for about 2 years now, it has 4 banks as you see. Now I've taken audio, recorded audio from uh, ebook for both a female reader who read clearly and a male reader who read clearly because I was seeking to find clearer communication. And so that's what I did. I recorded, what was it? I can't remember now. I think about 30 minutes of both the male and 30 minutes of the female reading. I turned around and I reversed the audio recording of the male and then reversed the female. Everything I did with the female, I did with the male. So I reversed the recording and then I chopped it up into increments from 150 milliseconds to 250 milliseconds. So I ended up with a total of about roughly 15,000 audio snippets of reversed audio that's been chopped up to 150, from 150 to 250 milliseconds each, which means it would be impossible, virtually impossible, to get forward speech from this. But I know that Spirit were able to use the audio or the frequencies within the audio of this tool. So that's what I've done here. Now that gets divided up evenly into 4 banks. It randomly fires across the banks, and you can also record if you want to the device, which I don't. And then you have a speed control, which you see here at 982 milliseconds. So that's just under a second for the scan speed. Like I say, the snippets, if you're not aware, it's 1,000 milliseconds equals 1 second. So when I've chopped up the files, each into 150 to 250 milliseconds, the 250 milliseconds is just 1/4 of a second size. So it's a snap of a finger. There's just no way scientifically or technically that you're going to get communication from this. But I will. Now I'm running it through my box. This is the way I used to do it. Run it through my box and apply some echo. I've got the echo, the strength of the echo all the way. So with the other lever, I have the sustaining of the echo. Let's pull that off of there. The sustaining echo all the way down, so that way it will echo slow, not fast, but this will stretch it out for more echoes. I've got it all the way down, so it's only going to echo 2 to 3 times. So it's not crazy echo. So I'll let you hear it. And as you can see, they will even kind of overlap one another, because as that echo's moving out, the next bank will fire, and of course they're going to run over each other too. And that will help spirits as well. That's my theory. And it's worked every time in the past when I've used it, but it's been so long. And the fact that it works, the fact that it's clear, that's why I like to use it. I did want to ask my friends a question regarding visual ITC. So, spirit friends, I'd like to come to you and ask you, Bridget, Nathan, Ellis, I wanted to know with regard to ITC, we do a lot of verbal communication. Oops, excuse me. We do a lot of verbal communication, and I wanted to come forward and ask you if you could help me by maybe answering this question with regard to, or a few questions regarding the visual uh, connection that we can make with one another. Now, with regard to the visual, there's various types. I mean, people have used smoke, water, uh, TV for video feedback loop technique, the Klaus Schreiber technique. And I did ask you before, but I was addressing a certain name that I won't mention, and I shouldn't have done that because that was not the correct person to address. I found that out. So, can you please help me? I just need to know what your thoughts are on reaching out to try to get you to come through with images to possibly answer questions or help with showing where you're at or showing something you'd like for us to see with regard to video feedback loop with Klaus Schreiber's technique called video feedback loop. Can you give me your experience or opinion on whether that would work for you successfully for us to be able to see images that you send? So it sounded like, I mean, I heard a couple, yeah. I thought I heard somebody say, let's do it. So the video feedback, it sounds like that may work. Can you share about if we use maybe smoke or steam ITC or fog, something along that lines? Maybe the fog or smoke or steam mixed with a little light source in there. Is that something that would work well for you? I heard yes. I heard yes. If it's something that would work, I'm going to ask if you say a sentence, please. Can you please say that it works? And the reason I'm asking that because I'm wondering if sometimes you can best communicate maybe with images to enhance the message somehow. I'm not sure. I just thought I would ask. Are there any other techniques that perhaps now I've experimented with reflective techniques, using reflective objects in lighting and moving that reflective object around and seem to get images from similar to like the water, moving the water and getting images that way. Is that a technique that also works well for positive higher spirit connections? Okay, thank you. So I thought about reaching out to you that way and just seeing if you could share some images that I can pass on and share with other friends that would be interested to see you or your surroundings. How do you feel about that? Can you share that, please? Thank you so much for coming through. If there's anything you'd like to share with me, please feel free to do so. And I thank you, love you all, and we'll talk to you soon. Go right ahead. All right. Bye-bye, my friends. Love you. God bless.